Hey guys, just a quick news video here. Star Trek Online is releasing a new MUDs bundle, and I know, everyone's favorite topic, but there's some stuff in here that I think some of you might find a little interesting, and also there's something I want to talk about MUDs bundles in general. So the new MUDs bundle is called the MUDs Old Rivals Choice Pack, and this is going to be this is going to include a bunch of ships that are from Star Trek Enterprise, hence the Old Rivals name. It's going to include the Xindi Insectoid Heavy Strike Wing Escort, the Sphere Builder Science Vessel, and the Nakul Akaros Battle Cruiser, as well as give you a choice between some Master Keys, Lobi Crystals, Cross-Faction Flying, which is a weird one to throw in there, considering this is worth next to nothing, because you can pick this up for free just by leveling up a KDF character. So if you do pick up this bundle, don't pick that. That's you can get that so easily for free. Anyway, a pair of T6 ship coupons and 10 ultimate tech upgrades. We talked about previously. I don't think the rest of the fluff in here is worth it. So let's focus on the ships themselves. But before that, the information on the general bundle itself. This is going to be coming to PC on January 9th. It was supposed to come out on the 7th, but apparently they're having some technical difficulties, so it's been pushed back to the 9th. The 50% discount code, or the 50% discount, is also being extended to cover the delay, so that will be lasting through January 15th. So normally these bundles are, where's the price? There it is. Normally the choice pack would be 29,500 Zen, but will be 50% off through the 15th. And the same goes with the mega pack. Mega packs are basically the entirety of the bundle. So instead of having to pick 3, you get the whole thing. And in exchange for that cost 50,000 Zen, but again will be half off until January 15th, which that's. It's so expensive. Holy crap. Don't buy the mega bundle for this. That's just not worth it, man. Anyway, let's talk about the 3 ships themselves. Like with every MUDs bundle, these are older premium ships that have been around for a while, and now they are including these into an entire bundle, this giving you the chance to get these ships unlocked on your entire account by purchasing this bundle. So the first one is the Xindi Insectoid Heavy Strike Wing Escort, which is a very old ship. All of these are actually rather old. This one was released in April of 2015. This ship is almost a decade old. My God, this game has been around for a while, and I've been here the whole time playing it. That really says something. But yeah, it's, because this is an old ship, it's not going to be that surprising. Its stats are going to be fairly underwhelming. It's not full spec. It has a Lieutenant Commander command seat and a secondary Lieutenant level pilot seat and a 4-3 weapons layout. Yeesh. Strike Wing Escorts have been getting pretty interesting lately because you can have an experimental weapon slot and a hangar bay on the same ship, and both of with the right gear. Like, experimental weapon slots can be really powerful if you have like the hexacannons, and a hangar bay can be very, very valuable if you have the Type 7 shuttlecraft. However, if you are looking to get a Strike Wing Escort, honestly, I would just look at the Valdris from the C-Store. I wouldn't even worry about this thing. This next one, though, is a bit more interesting. The Sphere Builder Science Vessel. And the title of this thing is a bit of a misnomer, because that actually leaves out some pretty valuable information that really should be in the name of this ship. But it would also make this ship, they also make the name of the ship really long, so that's probably why they left it out. Because while it says it's a science vessel, this is actually a multi-mission science vessel, meaning it also has a hangar bay, so you're going to be able to get those Type 7s onto this thing too. And they also left off the specialization of this thing because this is a full-spec temporal ship with a secondary intel seat on a science vessel. That's actually really nice. Both temporal and intel pair really well together, and they pair even better with science. So this is going to make a really nice EPG build. And more than that, this thing comes with a 4-2 weapons layout, which is a very uncommon thing for a science vessel. Now, way back in the day, again, this is another ship that was released a while ago. This is from October of 2016. Way back then, this thing was part of the EPG science build meta, and honestly, with the ability of this having a hangar bay plus being temporal intel combo, I feel like this thing could be making a comeback. Now, before you decide, oh yeah, I really want this thing, before you decide on getting this bundle or not, keep in mind this is a Lobi Store ship. This ship is available through the Lobi Store and thus only costs 900 Lobi, assuming it's not on sale. And then again, you could also get it through the exchange as well. low-buy ships can be fairly cheap through the exchange. I mean, fairly, I mean like relatively cheap. There's still gonna be a good amount of EC, so but it's an obtainable grind if you really put your mind to it. And alternatively, there's always the event campaign too, so you can just buy it through the low-buy store that way. But keep on both of those ways, those would only be single character unlocks, so the Muds bundle would still be the only way to get this on an account unlock. Which, if you're wanting this thing for multiple characters, yeah, that's understandable, I guess, if you really like this build. But like, don't think you have to get it on account unlock, because the console and the starship trait aren't anything super special, so I wouldn't worry about it. In fact, the console is actually bound to this ship and the other sphere builder ships. I'll be coming back to that topic later. But yeah, solid science ship, and I feel like this thing could end up making a comeback with it having a hangar bay. But it's going to be up to you if you really want to get this as an account unlock through Muds or not. And on the last ship for this bundle, the Nakul Akaros Battlecruiser. This is another lockbox ship, which is currently available in the Infinity lockbox, just like the Zindi Insectoid ship, which actually brings up a point of pointing to the value of this bundle. There's no promo ship in this bundle, but we've got 2 lockbox ships and a low-buy ship, but no promo ship bundle, which really kind of puts the monetary value of this thing into question, especially since like one of the other options is freaking cross-faction flying. Like that's not worth money. You can get that for free by leveling up a KDF character to level 60. That's not difficult. That's okay. This is not a great bundle. Well, it's not a great bundle for most people. Maybe some people will be interested in some of this stuff, because while the Akaros itself probably isn't that impressive stats-wise, again, this is another ship that was released in 2016, so again, this is nearly a decade old. It's a battlecruiser, 5-through weapons layout, which is actually not bad, but the seating does leave something to be desired. It's a bit light on tactical unless you want to dip into the universal seating, and then like you're not gonna get a full level 3 version of any firing modes, because one, it's a cruiser. You're not going to be able to get any of the level 3 versions of your cannon firing modes. And if you've got a Lieutenant Commander Intel seat, you're better off using OSS rather than Fire at Will or Beam Overload 3. So like if this Intel seat had been moved over to that commander engineering seat, and this thing been made into a full Intel ship, this thing would be kind of interesting. But as it is rather dated and underwhelming. But the reason I wanted to talk about this ship is because of its starship trait, which has a very niche application that is very amusing to myself, and that is Temporal Ally, because this will allow you to summon basically a copy of your ship. If you've been to my channel before, you probably know where this is going, because this starship trait would actually be really useful for my Odyssey Summoner build. That's the build where I use an Odyssey class and am able to summon a bunch of other Odyssey class ships to have a fleet of Odysseys. This would actually be a pretty decent trait to have. Or at least it would be if it didn't have a 90-second lockout period. This is one of the reasons why I did not end up picking up this ship for this year's event campaign. I'm still thinking about it because it still would be nice to have, but again, the pet only sticks around for 30 seconds. It has a 90-second lockout, so at most you're gonna be like a full minute without this Temporal Ally, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, I'm still tempted to do it because it's still one more Odyssey class to have on that build, even if it does only stick around for a minute and then disappears even if it does only stick around for 30 seconds and then disappears for a minute. It does also grant 3 seconds of immunity to damage, which is not a very long time, but I guess that's something, I guess. It's not really that something, but it's something. So yeah, the bundle is what it is. It's going to be another fairly unremarkable Muds bundle that most people aren't going to be interested in, but I feel like one or two of you maybe could be interested in some of these ships. Again, the application here for my Odyssey Summoner build is still very tempting here. I wouldn't want it on account unlock still. I only have that build on one character, but it's still really tempting to pick up this the starship trait. Again, the Sphere Builder Science Vessel, pretty solid science vessel. This would be really nice for an EPG build, even in the current state of the meta for EPG builds. But it's a low-buy ship, so like, do you really want to spend that much money to get it on an account unlock when you can just pick it up for like 300 to 400 energy credits off the exchange, or just, you know, use up your event campaign low buy and get it that way. So it's really dependent on how much of this ship do you want it. Do you just want it on one character, or do you really want it on multiple characters? And then there's the insectoid ship, which really is the most unremarkable of the three. I wouldn't even bother with this. Just look at the Valdris or something, or better yet, go look at the mirror angle if you have access to the 12th anniversary bundle. No, was the 12th or 13th? Yeah, it was the 12th. So if you have the 12th anniversary bundle, or if you have the Valdris, look at either of those as a Strikewing Escort option. I wouldn't worry about the Zindi one. But yeah, one last thing I wanted to talk about before wrapping this up is it's more of just like asking a question of why don't they do this? Because with several of the legendary bundles, at least, you know, they started doing this while Jonathan Herlock was head of the systems design team for Cryptic Studios for Star Trek Online. Anytime they released a legendary bundle, Jonathan Herlock would go through and unbind the consoles off of that ship. You know, any console sets, they'd be unbound from those ships. And it's gotten me wondering, why don't they do that with these MUDs bundles? Because while none of these ships have like super valuable consoles on them, they do all have consoles that are part of larger sets. And again, none of them are like super valuable off of these individual ships, but like the Akaros has it has a console that is part of the Nakul Plasma Technology set, and some of these other consoles in this set would actually be kind of nice to have unlocked, like Plasma Discharge Array. This could be decent for a plasma build. I can't really say how well it would do for a plasma build because I don't have the console. I can't, you know, test it myself, but you know, it deals plasma damage, it buffs plasma damage, and gives you a little extra crit chance. This could be kind of decent, especially with how important console cooldowns are these days. So who knows how well this could end up functioning, but no one's going to really give a crap as it is because it is currently bound to Nakul ships. So unbinding this could be valuable for plasma builds, and you know, put a little bit more valuable on these Nakul ships. Like, you know, this one comes off of the Nakul Tadari Raider, which is another lockbox ship, and one I don't think is available in a MUDs bundle currently. Additionally, there's also the Temporal Distress Beacon off of the Nakul Damosh science vessel. That's a low-buy ship. Also, I don't think this one is in the MUDs market either, but this one also has a decent console on it. Gives some extra crit severity. Shield hit points aren't that great, but this is a console that also summons a time slip duplicate. So this would be another console that's really good for my Odyssey Summoner build. But I can't use it on my Odyssey Summoner build because it is locked to Nakul ships. So unlocking this console set would be kind of nice, for me at least, or people who have these ships that have plasma bundles. And the console set too is also kind of okay for plasma too, because it further buffs the plasma bombardment from that first console, as well as provides some additional buffs to plasma energy and projectiles. And like I said, this isn't the only one that has console sets that are locked to these ships. The Sphere Builder ship also has a console set that is exclusive to the Sphere Builder ships. I don't really know anything about these consoles, but they could be kind of interesting to use elsewhere besides just the Sphere Builder ships. And I feel like, introducing these things into MUDs Market bundles, with how much you're paying for these things, it'd be nice to have the option to, loosen these restrictions on their consoles at least. I don't know why they're so hesitant to, make these consoles more readily available to use on other ships, especially when, like I say, these bundles are expensive. So why not give me better access to the consoles? So yeah, just a question I wanted to raise and rant about a little bit about this before we wrap up. I don't expect anything to change from it, but it's something that is bothering me right now, and I would love to see changed, at least going forward. That's the stupid part about bringing this up now, is maybe even if they start doing it from here on, they're not going to go back and undo all the other bundles too. So it's kind of a moot point anyway. So, because I don't know, it is what it is. So yeah, that is the MUDs Old Rivals Choice Pack that is going to be coming to PC on the 9th, and it'll be half off through the 15th. Console, you guys will be getting this at a later date, probably in a month or two. We didn't get a solid date here in this blog. But yeah, if you're interested in this, I mean, I guess go for it. You know, it's your money. I can't stop you. But again, I feel like most people are just gonna think of this as another fairly underwhelming Mud's Choice bundle. It doesn't even have a promo ship in it, which monetarily wise is kind of so whatever. But again, there's some kind of neat stuff on here. Like, I would still really love to have the Akaros' trait. I just don't want to pay $150 for it. And the Sphere Builder ship here, again, I feel like this is going to be making a bit of a comeback in the science meta for some, especially given that it's not an expensive ship to get already, because it's already in the low buy store. So I feel like most people are going to kind of sleep on this Muds bundle. But the Sphere Builder ship itself, if you like EPG builds, I think it's worth taking a look at. And yeah, then there was the whole thing about, you know, consoles still being bound despite being in these super expensive bundles. Again, seriously, why don't they think of this stuff? Why don't they think to unbind these old consoles? Because there's demand for some of these. That should be a new a video I do. Just a list of consoles that are still bound to other ships that should be just, you know, unrestricted. Because as it is, it's an annoying thing. But I think like some direction would be good for Deca to, like, if they choose to like address this problem, because obviously they can't go through and do every single console set and unbind all of them, because there's a lot of consoles in the game, guys. Let's be realistic. They can't do every single one, but establishing some priorities on what we want unbound, I feel like would be a good idea. So I might start working on a list there. But yeah, let me know what you think of the bundle. I'm sure most of you don't really care about the bundle, so let me know what you guys think about what I've said in this video. Do you agree with me about unlocking console sets off of these ships now that they're in Muds, or anything else? Whatever, I don't know. Put a comment down below. While you're down there, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, check out the affiliate links, check out the merch store. If you'd like to further support the channel, I really do appreciate it. Either way, though, thank you so much for watching. My name's Stu, and I will see you guys next time.